Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I hope you're having a good day, a good morning, a good afternoon, whenever you're watching this. So I thought I would come on today because yes, luckily the hand is feeling pretty good. So a good time to go ahead and try to craft something. So a few things have been going on, but I think I'll save that towards the end of the video. But going on to what I actually came on for. So a little while back I was sent a really cute set by Spellbinders, and so this one is called the I think it's the, what is it, the STC, the Serenity Garden. And so I was, able to go ahead and get a look at this. And I think this is a really cute set. This is actually part of another set that has come out by them. And this is one that they keep going. It's like a flower line set that they have. So as you can see by the one here. So the first one is called the Tassel Flower and Ladybug. And as you see, it makes this really cute set here and stuff, and there are 7 cutting dies in there. And so that's this one. And here's what the die set. Now, what is good about Spellbinders is if you go back into the product itself and then go through the description, I think towards the middle sometimes or towards the end, they give a nice diagram of what you think. Like if you're not sure what a certain die is, you can look it up to see. So I went on, because when I get them, they're samples, of course, and so I printed down what the actual, when you get yours, it'll be all packaged nice and everything, but exactly where the dies go on the packaging page, so that I would know. So this is where it is, like this piece will cut the flower, or the stem of the flower. Here's the main, like one that makes the flowers. And what's cool about it is, I'm gonna try to hold it up. And if you can see, like right next to the flower here, it tells you how many times you need to cut it. So this one says like ×4. So that's what's pretty cool. I think that's pretty cool what they're starting to do with some of that, to kind of tell you, to give you the thickness of this flower here. So I think that this one's going to be really cute and kind of a tropical theme. I have something in mind. If it gets here in time, then I can go ahead and play with it and kind of sneak it on in on a card. So stay tuned. Okay. Next in the series is this lovely one here. This one is called Poetic Foliage. So as you see, it really makes like some really nice, I believe it's going to be like some little berries or stuff that's going to cut out with this cute little leaf here and stuff. And then of course you can add the little ladybug on there. And there are 5 cutting dies in this one. And so here it is on what it's going to be when you get your packaging. Of course, like I said, I blew it up. But, again, you're not certain, go on the website and look for the thing there, and it'll tell you what it is. So these are the few that I received from Spellbinders. So what I am going to do is get my paper and things and get to cutting. And as I say, it's been a while, but I'm going to say go ahead, get your groove on. as you can see, I had some fun, you know, cutting out things. There were a lot of things I did off camera, and I have to admit, I have to take breaks in between. So I'm a little bit slow on, you know, doing stuff with my hand and everything. And just, you know, trying to relax and stuff. So, again, you know, I'm going to try to bring in stuff as I show off the cards. And so, the first one I did was this one. So this one was really fun. This one was just, you know, me taking, I think I used about everything on these cards. I'm not sure. I went back and used some oldie but goodie stuff. So I will start with my normal, as you know, signature silver backing, which is nothing but just sometimes I use the Michael's Recollection silver card. It's a brass or kind of a brushed look to it. It's this one. So I use this one. It's the foil cardstock by Recollections. It's 65 pounds and you get 25 sheets. But I have a lot of this. So I use that for the backing this time. And then sometimes I use the Spellbinders mirror card and stuff, or you know, that they have. But anyway, there's that. Coming into the paper color here, I chose which, and I'm going to bring on the actual papers themselves for what I used was, where did that go? Sorry guys, I have the, where did it go? The color paper here. Again, tried to clean up before I got doing this, and I think I ended up putting that particular paper back. Okay. So we will go off of the card swatch. So for that particular one, I used one of my favorite ones here, which was Teal Topaz. For this is a 5x7 front of a card, so that's where that is. And then I took, I don't know if you can still get this or not. I have to admit, this was from my Crafter Companion days, but it's these. I rubbed on just some silver, what is this? It's gilding wax is what it is. And I hold it up so you can see. Oh, hold on, let me get back to the camera. There it is. If it'll focus. If I hold it down, there it is. So that's what it is. So it's just some silver. I've had these for a while. You might be able to get these sometimes at Hobby Lobby too. Rubbed a little bit of that and aged it out. The embossing folder I used was this one. So this one is scribbled letters. It's like a mixed media. So there's that, hence the influence for the backing of the card to give it the tropical theme. I mean, we are in the midst of summer and we all are feeling the heat and the tropicalness of everything. And so this particular set from the, you know, Poetic Garden is that. So this is the folder I use, and this one is going to be, if you can still get it, it's S065. So there's that. So this one is called, yeah, Scribbled Letters. And so that's the embossing folder. So as you know, I used flowers. To be honest, I mixed both sets in here, and actually on both of the cards. So that's what I ended up doing, because when I got into this and started doing, yes, you have this to cut out these flowers here, and I'll get to the colors of what I used in a minute. But it was easier to just kind of mix them both together and come up with cards. So that's where this whole thing was. Now, I know, you know, we all know our normal standardized flowers, but hey, this is our world. We can create whatever flower arrangement we want. So that's kind of what I did. I did sprigs, you know, from both and stuff. So for this, I'll start with this. So for the leaves, I ended up coming in with, I used Fern, which is the darker green. And then I used Rainforest for the lighter green. On some of it, you'll see I took like my white gel pen, you know, and colored some of it in. And so, you know, just to give a little bit of definition, I took some ink. I used ink from Gina K as well as Concord and Ninth to sometimes age them out a little bit. So that's kind of what I did with the flowers, or with the leaves. With the flowers, the big one there, I used, this was lavender I used for this. So there's my lavender pack. And then for the smaller ones here, I used, I believe this is, yeah, this is Dahlia I used for the dark one. And for the lighter one, I ended up using Waterfall. So I was just kind of feeling the tropical vibes today. Thought, you know, that's what I would come in. For the sentiment, which is one of my favorites that I use, but I really like this particular die set here of the Better Press, because it covers everything. I just simply stamped out, and I have a bunch of these stamped out so that I can use for any time I need to create a card. So, you know, don't really get to use this. So hi there. Just, you know, one of those cards you just, you know, you have on hand, you want to send out. It can be used in just the start of a beautiful front for any occasion. You could put happy birthday inside. Not sure who I'm going to give this yet, so that's why I kind of just left it as a card front for now. And so, but it is a 5x7, so I can either decide if I want to do a top fold or if I want to do a side fold. But also, to the inspiration for the colors, you can see my nails match. So yes, that was, I am definitely feeling the Tiffany deal. So in this particular thing, this one is for life's moments, sentiments. And so you got hi there, thank you, celebrate, happy birthday, and just to know. And so there's that. So when you turn it over, there is the press, and then you get, of course, the die to cut them out. So this is a great one if you need to make sentiments for all different occasions, just on an afternoon when you have no inspiration. Just go ahead, bring it out, and start cutting, and before you know it, you'll have a whole bunch of sentiments. You know, use inks of different colors. You'd be surprised what you can do. And that, believe me, with running the shop, that little set is coming handy for a lot of cards. So there's that one. So card number 2, I had to play with her. So again, used, you know, foliage from both of the sets, the Tasseled Flower and Ladybug, and then also, you know, from the Poetic Foliage, and just put it together. Again, I stamped out hi there, but as you see, this time I stamped it in a pink. For her hair and her skin tone, I came into my pretty much favorite colors. Instead of black hair, because my own hair right now is mixed with like a brown and a black, I use brown. So for that, I use truffle. So haven't really used truffle that much. It is definitely a brown that I really like. And so there's that. So I was thinking of me when I did her hair. And not to mention her skin tone, which is fawn. Which, of course, again, I think is very close to my skin tone. So that's just me, you know, kind of dancing along, you know, and stuff. Just kind of saying hi there. So there's how that came to be. Hey, sometimes you have to make fun and laugh at your own self. Not to mention in here, so the big flowers, I used this time, this was blush for there. There's Dahlia again, you know, and all the various ones I used. This time on the center of the flowers, I used just some of the gems. So I went in with this particular set here, which is the Color Essentials Gems. And these are just like kind of like the clear ones, but depending on how the list one is Spectrum AB, but depending on how the light can hit it, it can give off some nice reflections. I'm going to hold it up so you can see it a little bit better. So yeah, see? So yeah, in the center of the cards, or the center of the flowers, I thought I would give it some little gems. But her, I had to use her. When I saw this last month's club, and things like that. I just had to have fun with her. I think she is just the cutest, and I knew it. Like I said, feeling the tropical vibes. So as you know, this is the Aloha Hula. This is the Hula Girl from last month's Kit Club. So I'm not sure if you're going to be able to get this. It was very popular. If you are in the Spellbinders Insiders group, oh my goodness, the inspiration and the beautiful cards that the people have made, oh my goodness. Yeah, so you can't help but be on that vibe. I mean, just simply gorgeous what some of the others have created with these things. And again, did a really nice spray. For the background, I came in, this particular one, this is also from last month's Kit Club. It's this one. It's the Tiki one that and it doesn't necessarily say what the name of this one is. But anyway, when you look at it, if you can see, it's got the Tiki, you know, the Tiki heads and everything like that. So I just thought, on this one, I used a bit of the same gilding wax. On this one, I used silver, but I also came in with a little bit of this one, which is like a gold kind of, or actually more like a copper. There, you can see the colors that were. So it's more of like a copper. Very lightly put it on there. You really can't see it, but you kind of can see it. In real life, you can actually see where I rubbed some of it in the background, but I got to going with the flowers. I had to stop myself because I was really getting carried away. But that tropical vibe, okay, you can't help it. You know, and just kept like the same color. So lavender for the flowers of her hair. I meant to put gemstones on there, but then after I thought about it, I'm like, you know what? No. Leave it the way it is because it was just enough going on. So I used lavender for the flowers on her hair, for her particular, you know, top, as well as a little bit for the top here for the hula skirt. Here I came in with blush again. So kind of repeating the colors to keep them, you know, together and things like that. And so that is where this lovely little sweet card just came to be about. Of course, backed it on my signature silver that I love. And there's how that card came along. So I had fun playing with this month's, or last month's, I should say, Kit Club. And so I came up with these two beautiful cards. They were really fun. I had to play with her. When I got this, I was like, okay, I've got to do something. Because normally, lately here, I've been getting stuff and then it just kind of gets buried in with all the other die sets that you have all seen me get that I still haven't used. So I wanted a way to play with something new, something a little old, which is the sentiment here, as well as, you know, the embossing folders. As you guys all know, I love Spellbinders embossing folders. I have a whole gambit of those too. So why not play? That's what we're all doing. So these were really fun to create. So not sure I'm going to give these two yet, but thought I would come in, play with that, and just have some fun. And that's what I did. So there you go. I hope you know that you enjoyed it. I'm going, if I can't link a lot of the stuff that I did, I have an affiliate link with Spellbinders, so it'll be down in the description box. Just click on the link. Go look in the papers. Matter of fact, there's still a big sale going on with Spellbinders right now for the 4th of July weekend. I'm quite sure there'll be another sale on after. A lot of the papers are on sale, so go check it out. And, you know, things like that. So, again, like, subscribe, and I am going to get out of here. I've got to make another video, and just, I'll see you in the next one. Bye.